Okay, so we're going to try to finish off this first person. We're going to try to round off the shoulders and then put on the head. So it shows you kind of how to do that and then how to put the head. It doesn't really give you any dimensions, but I will work on that through the video. So let's slide this on over so we can take a look at that when necessary, and we'll open up where we left off. Okay, so the first thing we really want to do is just kind of cut off the shoulders, round the shoulders, if you will. And we want to go from the narrow side. So we're going to create a sketch right here on this side. And I will want to use construction lines. I'm just going to find the center of this object. One of the easiest ways to do that is to just go corner to corner. And we'll go right here, corner to corner, and then we'll establish a point. I do want to take off that construction line and establish this point because that will be significant. All right, so this is excellent. We've got a point right there. I'm going to put the construction line back on. We're going to make a line going straight across here. That line needs to be one. Whoop. Let's try this again. It's not doing what I want to do. Okay, we're going to go a line straight across here. And that line needs to be 1.2 in distance, and that's good. It should be a construction line, and it is. We're going to dimension that so it's in the right spot, left and right. And that needs to be 0.600 and hit enter. And now we will want it in the right spot up and down. So we'll go across this way, and that needs to be 0.750, which is 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so we have that set up. That's looking good. And now what we're going to want to do is to turn off the construction line. We're going to go to arc. We're going to find the end of the construction line here, the end of the construction line here, and then we're just going to bend that up until it hits that top line right there. Perfect. So now we just need to finish off that shape so that we can extrude it out, so that we can just cut it out. So I'm just going to make a few lines. Go straight up there, go over this way, go over this way. There we go. And we'll just finish off that shape. And that's good. So we'll finish the sketch. We will want to cut away, but we do want to cut in both directions. So we'll cut in both directions, but we don't get quite far enough on this end right here. So we'll just make this 2 inches to make sure that it cuts all the material off, which it does, and then we'll just click OK. So now that we have that done, we're doing really well. And now the challenge will be to try to put the head on. And this really is a challenge. So if you get a little bit confused, that's okay. Watch the video a few times. So the first thing we're going to do is create an offset plane. And we're going to do an offset plane from here. In this case, it's going to be negative because the arrow is pointing the opposite direction that we want to go. We want to go toward the center of this person. And so what we're going to do is use a negative, and this is important, negative 0.2875, and then say, you can hit the arrow and say good. That's what we want. Now we will want to make this plane bigger, something just like that, if not even a little bit bigger than that. So let's take a look at the front side of it. All right, so we're going to slide this over. Let's grab a corner and just kind of slide that over, and that is good. So what we'll want to do is create a sketch right on that work plane, which is excellent. We can make this a little bit bigger so we can see what we're doing. And then what we will want to do is we will want to project geometry. And so we'll come up here and project geometry, and we'll try this side. Sometimes it doesn't work. Let's see if it works here. Whoop. Nope, it doesn't like that side for whatever reason, but I think this side should be just fine. project geometry. I think that is actually done. And it is there. So what we want to do next is go ahead and create a point right there, and that will be the center, and that is excellent. So from that point now, we can do all sorts of cool stuff. So we'll go to construction line, and we'll make this construction line right over here, and then we will dimension it to the right place. From here to there, that construction line needs to be 0.115, and then hit enter. Okay, good. So it's not just too far away from the center line. And then we will want to take off construction line. I would like to establish a point right there. And actually, if you look closely enough, you can actually see it makes a little yellow X, and click right there. That way we know we've got a good point of reference. So now what we're going to do is use the arc from this point to that point. Make sure to bend the arc up, and that ends up being 1, and hit enter. There we go. So it's right along that ridge, and that's something that we want, and that's good. And so now we do want to establish another point somewhere out here, and that point, let's see, from the center, let's dimension it from the center point to this point. That needs to be, I got it pretty close, 0.250, and then hit enter. And then the distance up and down from this point to this point, that needs to be, what did I say, 0.170, and then hit enter. And that takes me right off the screen. All right, so now we're going to do a 3-point arc again, this time going from here to here, then bend that out, and that needs to be 0.17, nope, my mistake, 0.165, and then hit enter. Excellent. And let's hit escape. And so now what we're going to do is just draw a line straight up from here. That line needs to be a distance of, and you want it to be right at 90 degrees, that needs to be 0.250, so 1/4 of an inch, and then hit enter, and that's great. And so we'll do another line from the center point, and that needs to go straight up 0.555, and hit enter and escape. Now we're going to do one more arc, and then we'll revolve that around, and hopefully we will have established that head. Now the arc there needs to be 0.291, and then hit enter. Perfect. I hope it's perfect. We'll see if it revolves. We'll finish the sketch, and then we'll use the revolve tool. Now it has made its choice. The head there. Now we need to select the axis, and then we will click OK. Yes, that's looking pretty good. Got the shoulders, we've got the head on the shoulders. One thing I would like to do is we can go over to work plane and then just right click on that, get rid of the visibility. So that is gone. There we go. And that's the person. That should do it. So you should have already saved it once. If you haven't, you'll want to click on save and then type in person. I'm just going to click save it because that's all I need to do because I saved it before from the last taping. So if you haven't saved it, make sure to save it because it's a lot of work and you just want to build off of where you left off. Hope that was helpful. Have a great day. Bye.